Everybody get up! Everybody needs to understand that I'm more than simply a hype man for this rap group. Just like Geico is more than just a company that can save you money. Geico also has fast and friendly claim service, so they can help you when you need it most. And while I do love being a hype man, I also love reading for children's audiobooks. Like Little Bo Peep, she lost the sheep, and she don't know where to find them. Yo!
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
You are tuning in to a Goldilocks Productions presentation of the InnerSpeak Soul Adventure Show with Adrienne. Adrien is the creator of InnerSpeak, a method for clearing karmic and ancestral blocks. She is the author of 4 books and 2 decks of metaphysical clearing and activation cards. Jean offers private sessions in person, via phone, or Skype. Call in now to reserve your spot on the switchboard. The call-in number is 657-383-1895. Enjoy this soul expansion show.
Good afternoon. Happy Monday and welcome to InnerSpeak Soul Adventures. I am so thrilled that you have chosen to join me here today, and I'm just really looking forward to a great show, and I know we'll have one. So if you would like to get a clearing with me using the powerful InnerSpeak cards, the number is area code 657-383-1895, and be sure to press 1 so that Tiffany will know that you are actually in the queue and that you would like to have a reading today, because, you know, a lot of people just like to listen, you know, via their phone and call in. That, so, you know, it's okay either way, but she won't know to pick you up and put you out here with me unless you actually press 1, and you have to hold it down sometimes to make sure that you get that confirmation from Blog Talk Radio that says you are now in the host queue. So here we go. We're going to rock and roll with a really good show. And today what I want to talk about while I'm waiting for callers to call in is about being in alignment with your truth and what happens when you get out of that alignment. So, you know, I really harp on this a lot, and, you know, I live by this. This is one of my core values, is to be in alignment with what I know to be true, and to, you know, really build my life around that. But because I'm human, believe it or not, every once in a while, I get pulled off my direction, and, you know, fear crops in, and, you know, I get, maybe I get enticed by somebody else's truth, and I might tend to try that one on for size, like trying on a pair of shoes. And, you know, it happens, and it happened to me recently. And so I got pulled off my direction, and I'm not going to go into any details. You don't really need to know the specifics of it. Just suffice it to say that anytime it happens, what's going to happen to you is what happened to me. You shut down your connection to Creator Source, to Creator God, to Spirit. And or yeah, maybe you don't shut it down completely, but what ends up happening is you dull it, and you aren't able to receive. You aren't able to hear your guidance. And in my particular case, my ability to receive inflow began to dwindle. You know, and I'm not the shoemaker's child. I do the sessions on myself. I use these cards on myself. In fact, I use the full session work on myself all the time. Anytime that I feel like something is happening that is, you know, that has gotten me out of alignment with flow. And so I was really kind of dumbfounded, because every time I would work on myself, you know, I kept clearing layers and clearing layers, but the flow didn't come back online. And so I knew I was missing something. And what I finally got down to was that I had been listening to other people's truths to the point that it had caused me to doubt my truth. And I had begun to think, wow, what if they're right and I'm wrong? What if I've got this all wrong? What if everything I believe is wrong? I mean, and I went down that rabbit hole, hook, line, and sinker. And when I finally realized that that's what had happened, then I was able to kind of recapitulate and figure out, okay, this is where I am, but it's not where I want to be. And so I'm going to go back to what I know to be true for me. And I got to tell you, no sooner than I did, it's almost like the heavens opened up and money started falling in my lap from various sources. Now, most of y'all know that I sold my house up in the North Georgia mountains in September, and I moved to Florida. And I had received all the payment from that. Well, guess what? Last week, I got a check in the mail, and it was for over $700. That was found money, but it had something to do with the closing. I'm not really sure what it was or why I didn't get that in the initial check, but suffice it to say, it went in my bank account, and it spends very well. And then today, some years ago, I wrote a book that was published by John Hunt Publishing, O Books. And they're in England, so it's kind of hard to get in touch with them, and I know that people like my book because I get a lot of people. The book's called Power Talk, by the way, and it's on Amazon. But I never got any royalties from John Hunt Publishing. And I would go out and look on the website, and it looked like I was due royalties, but they just never seemed to show up. Well, today I got an email from them this afternoon saying, we know that you're due royalties, but we don't have your bank information. And of course, they're in England, and so they pay in pounds. And I didn't really want to go into an email and put, all my bank account information, because that just didn't feel very secure to me. So I wrote them back, and I said, I prefer to be paid by PayPal, because that's how everybody pays me. And within a matter of moments, I got royalties from the last 5 years from my publisher for all the books that have been sold and the ebooks. And I was like, oh my, how cool is this? So all of the walls that I had built around myself to protect myself from my truth, because I was afraid my truth wasn't right, well, they all just crumbled and fell away. And and those are just two examples. In the last probably 2 weeks, there have been a dozen examples of wonderful things that have come to me because I'm now back in the flow. I'm back in alignment with God. I am back in alignment with my truth. And so we have our first caller. So let's work with our first caller today. And this caller is at area code 775. So who am I speaking with?
Hello, this is SJ.
Hi, SJ. And how can I help you today?
Well, I was just listening, so it just kind of caught me in the surprise. But can we do something general? Actually, you know what?
Yeah. Why don't you just surrender to spirit and ask for help for you, for whatever you need to have cleared out of your life that's holding you back from receiving
that would be great.
massive amounts of inflow like I've gotten in the last couple of weeks. All right, so I work in surrender to spirit, so just take a moment, SJ, surrender to spirit, and ask for help. And let's see where you have set this block up that's causing you to not receive all that you deserve in this lifetime. And you actually did this in another lifetime, a past life. So let's see where that lifetime took place. Let's see what I can find out about that lifetime and what happened. So this lifetime took place in the Middle East, and this is fairly old. This is around 700 or 800 AD. So let's see what happened to you. And you were a woman in this lifetime, by the way. I can actually see you very clearly. And I'm going to pull two of the orange cards, because the orange cards are the setup around what happened to you in that old lifetime. And the first thing it says is stuck, walking the wrong path. And the second thing it says is broken heart. So it sounds like you're mirroring what I was going through, because I was stuck on the wrong path, which was somebody else's path, not mine. And let's see what this did to your soul. The yellow cards are the soul reaction cards. So let's see. It says your ability to be in relationship has been disrupted. So that relationship can be your relationship with God. It can be your relationship with yourself or your relationship with another. And there is a stuck belief that dates all the way back to this old lifetime in the Middle East. So let's see what that stuck belief is. I'm not taken seriously. Interesting. All right, so let's clear this, SJ. I'm going to pull 3 of the green clearing cards, and I'll tell you what to do, and I'll let you do the work, because I don't do anybody's work for them. I'm not anybody's guru, but I'm happy to direct and coach you into what needs to be done to support you in having everything you desire in your life. Okay, so the first thing says that you internalize wounds, these wounds about not being taken seriously in a chakra. Let's see which one. And it's in your heart center. So what I want you to do is put your attention on your heart chakra, and I want you to invite it to open up and to release all of the wounds that come from this old lifetime in the Middle East, as well as any wounds from any lifetime or the present lifetime. And just allow them to come flowing out of your heart, and then let your heart heal itself. Let it completely heal itself, let it open fully and balance its energies. And then I want you to pretend like you're looking at yourself in a big plate glass mirror. And the image that you see there is you being overshadowed by this woman, this broken-hearted woman from the Middle East, way back. And so what I want you to do is I just want you to gently blow on that image, and just blow that image off of you so that you can see your truth, who you really are, the beautiful being of light that is SJ. And then, finally, I want you to help this aspect of your soul to go back to the heart of God, to your divine spark in the heart of Source. And so what I want you to do is I want you to create a beautiful bottle for her, just like the old TV show, I Dream of Jeannie. I want you to make a bottle for her. I want you to invite her to step into the bottle, and you to put the cork in the bottle, and then hand the bottle to an angel and allow the angel to take this piece of your soul. This is a soul fragment that has been stuck back in time, believing that she wasn't taken seriously. And just let the angel take this bottle back to the heart of God and reintegrate it into your divine spark in the heart of Source. Good job. And you receive blessings from the angels for calling in today and doing this work. So let's see what your blessings are. The first blessing is a blessing of union and the ability to accept love from yourself, from partner, from family, and from Mother, Father, God. The second blessing is synchronistic flow and good fortune. And the final blessing is a blessing of courage, courage to follow your heart's command, to follow your own truth, and to do what you came here to do. And it's gratitude that owns every clearing. So just take a moment now and give thanks to Spirit, to your angels, teachers, and guides. And I thank you for calling in today. And, you know, for anybody who's listening, for the work that we just did with SJ, anybody who did the work with her, you get the same clearing that she did, because we're all one and we all have the same issues. And so all you have to do is just listen and do the work too, and take benefit of it. So thank you, SJ. All right. So if you would like to have a clearing just like SJ did, if you've got something going on and you need some help, give me a call. The number is area code 657-383-1895, and then press 1. So, you know, I shared a little bit of me And, because I make mistakes, a lot of people look at me and they think, wow, you got the world on a string, Jean. You've published 4 books and 2 decks of cards, and you've got a TV show and a radio show, and wow. But you know what? I'm just like y'all, and I make mistakes, and I get stuck, and then I pull out of it, and I think that's one of the most beautiful things that we have, which is grace, that enables us to re-find our joy at any point, and to, through grace, not because we deserve it, but through grace, we're able to step back into that place of joy and remember who we are and do what we came here to do. And primarily in these days, it's be what we came here to be. We're in a time of the most incredible change that our planet has ever seen. And we're going into higher consciousness on a moment-by-moment basis. And as we do this, we're opening the doorway to more wonderful things than you could possibly imagine. I do a TV show every Monday at 11 on New Earth Broadcasting. If you ever want to catch that, it's newearthtelevision.com. And I interview people who write books. And in today's case, she not only wrote books, but she's also created a movie, put a brand new movie out. Today I interviewed a woman by the name of Rashmi Kilnani, and she has just co-produced a documentary, and the movie is called I, God. And it's a documentary about the nature of spirit and about, they've interviewed so many people. The narrator on this is Neil Donald Walsh. And, they just talked to a lot of people, ordinary folk like you and I, but also spiritual leaders from every possible denomination, from Baptist to Islam to Catholicism, to Buddhism, you name it. They got input from lots and lots of people, and I found the movie to be quite enlightening. You can watch it yourself. The website is www.themovie.com, or you can also find it on Rashmi Kilnani, RashmiKilnani.com. So check it out. I was really, really kind of blown away by this movie. I really enjoyed it thoroughly. And I want to put another call out to listeners who might be listening to the show and have never considered having a clearing done with me. So the number to call into is area code 657-383-1895. And when you do that, you press 1, and you can be connected with me. And while we're waiting for people to call in, I'm going to do a general clearing. We're coming up, we just had the new moon. We've moved into the crescent moon, so it's time to sharpen our tools and move forward on our path. And I'm going to do a clearing for this moon cycle. So just take a moment, surrender to spirit, and ask for help. And Mother, Father God, I lift up to you all the wonderful listeners for this show, and I ask that we be guided to anything and everything that might be holding any of us back from fully realizing all of our gifts and abilities in the 5th dimension. Thy will and not my will be done. Okay, so the block we're dealing with today is one that came from our birth. It's a birth trauma. And we're giving birth to a new reality now. So I guess it only makes sense that this would be something that we would need to clear. So I'm going to pull 2 of the orange cards. So let's see what the birth trauma relates to. And the first one says, child or loved one taken away. And the second one says, servitude, felt powerless. So you know what happens when we are born? We go from this beautiful connection to God, spirit, and then we pop out into the earthly world, and we feel disconnected. So basically what we're dealing with is a setup around not being able to feel our connection to God and feeling powerless about that. And so I'm going to pull the soul reaction card, the yellow card. And it says our ability to be in relationship has been disrupted. Yeah, our ability to be in relationship with spirit, with source, was disrupted by our birth. Or we thought so. I mean, it's just an illusion. So there is a stuck belief, and that belief is, I'm not lovable. Well, let's clear this. So I'm going to pull 3 of the green cards, and as I'm shuffling them up, I want to remind you that if you go to my website, JeanAdrien.com, and if you sign up for my newsletter right there on the homepage on the left-hand side, I will send you a link. As soon as you opt in, I'll send you a link to the online version of these cards so that you can use these at your leisure on your own computer and do the clearings for yourself. You don't need me. I love working with you, but you can do this too. All right. So what I want you to do now, the first clearing says, close your eyes and go find yourself, that baby you, at the moment of birth when you realized that you were in the earthly world and not the spirit world anymore. Connect heart to heart with your baby self and ask, oh, sweet child, what can I do to help you? Oh, this is going to make me cry. My baby self says, take me back home. Wow. So what I want you to do is I want you to, your baby self, to forgive God for putting you out, putting you on the earth plane, because, you know, the belief here is that, well, if you really loved me, you wouldn't have made me go. Oh boy, this is really touching me deeply. Wow. So help your baby self to forgive God, to ask forgiveness for whatever your baby self feels that he or she did wrong to deserve this. Yeah. And you're carrying old stuck energy inside your body and out in your field that goes all the way back, point of your birth. And what it does is it attracts to you people, places, and situations that make you feel like you felt then, abandoned, lonely, not lovable. And I just want you to ask God and the angels to take all of this old stuck energy that goes back to your birth, take it away, take it to the light. Just let it go. Then was then, now is now. And we know so much more now. All right. And you receive blessings from the angels for having the courage to do this work today. So let's see what our blessings are. I'm going to pull 3 of the violet cards. The first one is a healing from your awakened inner. The second card says renewed faith in yourself. And the final card says opening to miracles. Wow. And it's gratitude that owns every clearing. So give thanks. Give thanks to God. Give thanks to your angels, your teachers, and your guides. And I thank you all for being a part of this clearing. This is huge. Yeah. All right. So we don't appear to have any more callers right now. So I'm going to put out a shout out one more time. Area code 657-383-1895 if you would like to get a clearing with me. And if not, then I'm going to say goodbye until next week. And next week, Lori Houston, oh, no, that's not true, because we have 5 Mondays in this month. So next week, it'll be just me again. And then the week after that, Lori will be joining me again, and you'll get readings with Lori and clearings with me. So thank you so much for joining me today, and love each and every one of you. I look forward to connecting with you next Monday at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. So you just have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you then. Until then, ciao.
Hi, this is Maury Moreland Morrison, here to tell you Geico has more than just great savings. Much more. Geico's been around for more than 75 years, back when they were using Morse code. Sorry, that's just my sense of humor. What's more, with Geico you get 24/7 access to licensed agents on the app, online, or over the phone, so you can talk to them at night or in the morning. So forevermore, just know that no other auto insurer has more than Geico. More power to you. Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.